Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. And on today, we're going to talk about the latest horror romance movie, Obsession. And I have to say, first of all, bravo to Curry Barker. After this movie, first of all, this movie does deserve the 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think this movie is on par with the drama, actually. And I think maybe this movie's just more impressive than the drama because of the budget that is involved with this movie. And look, I think Curry Barker's fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is gonna be phenomenal if it's anything like this movie. I am impressed at the next tier of directors, mostly horror directors who seem to be coming from YouTube, right? And this whole thing of how they see everything is just genius. I think, listen, bravo to fucking Curry Barker, and everyone should watch his, interview with, Sean Fantasy on The Ringer on how he explained the choices he made, and by the way, my favorite thing is the lighting that is done on this movie. As everyone has known that almost every modern movie TV show suffers from this Netflix lighting issue, where it's either too bright or something's going off and the color scheme seems off. This movie has very few light, but it felt real, and I have to say the sound mixing, which is something you notice because I saw this in Lincoln Square, because there's a lot of fucking screaming in this movie, and it's fucking done very amazingly, and I kinda just wanna go straight into the spoilers of this, and I have to say, um, I guess this movie is mostly completely unknowns to everybody unless you've seen a CW show. Because our first main girl, Indy Navarrete, I know her from Superman and Lois, right? She played the hot, your standard hot CW girl who was the love interest for, um, John for one of the fucking Superman children, right? She plays Nikki. Michael Johnson, I know him from Teen Wolf. He played the gay supernatural person that was banging the gay black kid. Right? I do not know, where Cooper Tomlinson is from, but he plays Ian, the best friend, and then we have Megan Lawless, also beautiful, never seen her in anything before. She plays Sarah. These are our 4 characters we meet, right? And I kinda have one question about this movie, and this is just was bothering me the entire movie, and I would love if Curtis Barker was on Twitter because I have questions. Generally, like, because I was just so I'm trying to guess, like, what the age of the characters were in this movie, and I'm assuming they're all mid-20s, and because it seems like they all live alone, and maybe this is the New York part of me, I'm like, "Oh," like, because they all live in, like, a house separately. Like, these are what I guess would be considered, quote, unquote, "starter homes." Right? And, like, these houses are big. Like, people in fucking New York, when flyover state people move to New York, they wish they could get the size that the places they're all living that we've seen various, right? So, we know that Nikki, Sarah, Ian, and Bear work at a music record shop that is owned by Sarah's dad, who is Andy Richter, right? And we know they all went to college, which I guess with the exception of Sarah, because they all mention what they did in college or whatever, and they've all been friends forever. And I know they're not in Washington because Nikki's father is from this is mentioned that Nikki's father is from Washington and, that. And we meet Bear is our main guy. Bear is our main, our lead white boy. And he comes home from work? Yeah, I'm trying to remember the order of this. He comes home from work and his cat somehow got into his oxycodone. Right? We see the kid has a lot of prescription pills in his fucking medicine cabinet, and somehow the cat was able to this is the part where I'm like, the cat got the prescription, pills, ate a lot of it, and ate all the food everywhere or whatever, and is just dead in in his living room, very upsetting, and this kinda actually makes me question, when your pet dies, what do you do with the body? Do you just throw it in the garbage, in the bag, or I don't know what to do. I have cats too, and, I hope they live a long life, but, do you bury them? I just, was I was very it's sad that his cat died, right? So then, um, they're at work, they talk, and oh, no, that's right, fuck, I forgot. The movie opens, right, with, they're at a diner, and fucking Bear is practicing what he wants to say to Nikki, and it's very cringy and too emotional to the waitress, and the waitress is, like, lying because she's, like, pretending to be Nikki, and fucking Ian is like, "Look, man, this is cringe. This isn't how this is gonna work. You have to stop this. Move on. You're too much of a soy boy," etcetera, right? Like, very much a loser, and I don't wanna say the term incel because he's not like and I feel like the word gets hurt, but he's just very awkward and doesn't know how to, like, spit game or do anything, right? Very nervous, very shy, and all this. They go to a bar, and they're all celebrating, right? The 4 of them are all celebrating together. And, Bear's like, a link to, like, go away with Sarah, whatever. And he's like, she's like, "I'll get the shots." They drink the shots and they're talking and he doesn't know how to flirt or whatever. She looks beautiful, by the way, Nikki and all of it. Like your standard she reminds me of this girl I used to date like a couple years ago. And, it's just like the not bad bitch, but like, the girl next door who's also a bad girl who, like also definitely when she was younger was fucking someone in her 30s, like that type of situation. We all know that girl. And this happens, and he drives her home. No, he doesn't drive her home yet. Does he drive her home? Oh, no. No, fuck, I'm mixing things up. That's right, the story before that, right, the cat dies. I am so sorry I'm mixing things up. Before they drive home, I'm gonna flashback a bit. He goes to this weird, trinket store before they go to the bar, and he's like, I wonder what type of stone she would like, because I guess he was, like, talking on the phone with her, and this is the thing, he wears, like, sweaters and jeans to bed, and I don't know what the hell is up with him, like, does he not have, like, sweatpants or whatever? Because this is a weird thing, he wears jeans to bed a lot in this fucking movie, and chunky sweaters, and I'm just so confused, and she drops her necklace down the sink or whatever. Dude, don't ever buy a gift for a girl you are not fucking. That is rule 1. This is a rule for any fucking man out there. He does it, and there's these wish what the fuck are these called? Oh, one wish willows, right? And apparently the rule is every human, if they buy these one wish willows, you get 1 wish only. So it's not like you could buy 3 of them and cast 3 wishes. You get 1 wish, and that is it. And which comes fun with the wish thing is, as you all know, the monkey paw situation of it all. You gotta be careful on how you word your wishes, right? If we ever get a wish situation, it is interesting. Right? So he just has it in his bag. Then right, the bar stuff happens. He drives her home and she like asks, "Do you like me?" You wouldn't know if I had a crush or whatever. And he's like, "Okay, whatever." And she's about to walk home or walk into the house. He snaps the wish and he goes, "I wish she loved me more than anyone in the entire fucking world," or something along the line like that. And what happens is instantly, right? There's not some overnight thing. A type of possession situation happens where she is now, you know, like kind of into him and is freaking him out or whatever. And she tells the story about like how her dad has cancer or whatever. And she's like, "Do you want to come inside?" He's like, "No." She's like, "Look, I just don't want to be alone." So he takes her to his house and she's like, "Wow, nice place." And she's just in bed or whatever. Then, she's like, "Can you come in bed with me?" He's like, "Are you sure, Nikki?" And she kisses him. And what happens is she freaks out. And we kind of begin to see this thing that this is similar. This is a get out situation that the real Nikki is, like, in a suck in place situation, and she is seeing everything through the eyes of this new person that's taking over, which brings us into the politics of the wish. Because look, all of us, right, would love to, like, if our celebrity crush or whatever liked it, but seeing how this movie does this, like, look, I like Ella Purnell, Emily Batter, Cassie David, Maya Mitchell. You get it? Like, I have a type for, like, the white girl with thick eyebrows. And if I did this wish and then suddenly the person I think that like a weird demon thing kinda possessed them and was just obsessed, it would be like, "No, that's not it." Like, it's not real, right? The thing you wanted is suddenly gone and all of it, and then it would even more be freaked the fuck out if you were hooking up with one of them, and the real person, the fucking soul consciousness or whatever just was fighting through and, like, pissed off because technically, as we see is what's happening with the Nikki situation, as they make out and shit, as we cut to the camera, um, the real Nikki is, like, screaming inside, right? This is very, like, get out. They go to work, and Ian is like, "Huh, what happened with you guys? Did you guys bang?" Or whatever, shit like that happened. They go home, it seems Nikki's kinda normal, Ian drives her home. Then Nikki comes over in a sexy red dress, they have hot sex, and then we get like, this happy montage of it all, right? They seem happy. Then they're at, like, Olive Garden or whatever, at dinner, and the real Nikki begins to slip out, and she's screaming like, "No, no, 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 no." Like, she just doesn't want this, right? And shit, and he's freaking the fuck out, and Ian and Sarah are like, "What is happening? I don't know what's really going on. This seems weird. Why is she into you?" Just out of nowhere, it doesn't add up, and then Ian kinda looks into it, the cancer story, she's saying that's made up, and the Nikki begins to freak out. Then they do this joke about Food Critic. This is what now I'm confused because at least a couple of weeks have passed. Um, I assume he threw out the cat, but what we learn is that Nikki packs lunch and says, "My little food critic," and for whatever reason, the evil demon lady made a cat sandwich. Me freaking the fuck out about this and all of it, and it's really disgusting, and he's throwing up and all of it. Also, Sarah's not being able to get into art school. I'm still kinda confused on that plot line. They go back, they, like, fight, and, uh, Bear wants to go to this boys' night with Ian, and Ian's like, "Fine, but you can't bring Nikki," and Nikki begins to do some crazy shit and cries and whatever. Then, while what's it called? The Nikki is sleeping, the real Nikki is able to speak, saying, "It's not me, please kill me," and all of this, right? And you're like, "Shit," right? Like, it's just been she's been tormented and trapped, she's in, like, something. She's only able to, like, kinda, like, do this while the demon person is asleep. Then they're all at a party, like, he drags her to the party. No, before the party, that's right. She's just sitting in filth. The demon is, like, shitting and pissing in the house. She hasn't gone back to the home. Some crazy fucking shit, like, insane what's happening, just, like, in filth. They go to the party, she cleans up, and they play, like, Jenga with words on it, and, Bear gets the thing to kiss the person to the left of you, which is Sarah. Nikki freaks the fuck out, moves there, and then, like, "You have to kiss me." Then she smashes her head with the bottle. He tries to send her to the hospital for whatever reason. Nope. Okay. Then Sarah's texting Bear, "Meet me right now." It's 2:42 in the morning. They have this conversation, and Sarah reveals that Ian has been secretly fucking Nikki for months, okay? And that Nikki never liked Bear at all, wanted to do in the friend zone, he thinks he's a dork, and that's obviously something we're very real about this, and it seems like Bear's like, "Okay." Also, Bear before this calls the phone number that's on the the Wish-A-Willow thing, and it's a demon telemarketer saying the only way to break the wish is if you die or someone else cast a wish to negate your wish, and he's like, "Oh, would you like to speak to the real Nikki?" And the real Nikki's just screaming, so her soul's, like, in hell or whatever. He's freaking out. So they're about to kiss, and then what happens is Demon Nikki comes out, punches through the glass, and just smashes the face of Sarah into the steering wheel. It's like, "We have to cover the body," murdering her, right? "We have to covering the body," freaking the fuck out. "Okay, just leave and I'll do it." So Sarah's now dead. You understand that? So, Bear brings the wishes to Ian and says like, "Look, these wishes are real. I need you to cast the wish that, says Nikki's not in love with me, Nikki's in love with you," or shit like this. And Ian laughs at the idea that these wishes are real. And he's like, "You know what? I wish for $1 billion." And then $1 billion just drops on him. Okay. Which then brings to the point if wishes like this are when we don't see any consequences of this, it's a simple wish. You want $1 billion in cash. He has $1 billion in cash. Now there'd be some issues on how you put it into your bank account. Obviously, you couldn't also wish it for a wire because the IRS would be triggered. There's a lot of things, but the you understand the elements, like his wish. He's like, "Fuck." And he goes and he's trying to break the wish-a-willow and it's not working. He goes into his house and Nikki has the dead body of Sarah tied up like a sex slave in the house. She's covered in filth and the tape doors and all of this other shit. And then Ian comes over and is like, "Yo, your wish worked." Nikki kills Ian. He's freaking the fuck out. And then he drops the wish. He pops up. He wants to blow his brains out. He couldn't do it. He takes a lot of oxycodone. And then we learn is that Demon Nikki casted the wish, and we see real Bear get possessed by the thing and whatever. But then what happens is Bear dies, right? Because Demon Bear didn't know about all the pills. And then because Bear dies, the real Nikki snaps back in and she's freaking the fuck out because she's just in a house with 3 dead bodies and all of this and has, no longer hot because she has scars and all of it. Amazing fucking movie. Beautiful, the tone about it. It is great. Okay. Fucking phenomenal. It is so good. And Inde Navarrette, I think similar to Emily Batter, is going to be cast in a lot of things now because she is a very hot woman who is charming and all the face acting on all of it. Fucking loved it. Okay, I think it's great. Um, I kind of wish I auditioned for this. I feel like I could have been the lead, one of the two leads in this movie. Same. Curry Barker, your next. Well, he's never gonna fucking do indie projects now because he's just gonna be doing mad big budget movie. And shit like this. And he was what's interesting, he said something in Sean Fantasy that bigger budgets come with bigger problems. Because he's like, before with a car thing, I would just been in the car, but he's like, now it's a police thing and the car has to be on a truck and a bunch of other things. All of it. It's so good. Okay, it is so good. I loved it. The elements of the wish, right? I think I would just do the doll, or I don't know. What like, you get one wish, right? Because I don't wanna waste it on, like, celebrity crush being obsessed with me. Because I'm like, I don't know. Like, would you want I feel like there's a better way, like, I don't know what would be a fu I think I would, like, ask ChatGPT versions of it, like, "How can we word this correctly?" Because the $1,000,000,000 is fun, right? That's fun, or you could do that. Like, I wish every celebrity crush I had was just maybe, like, attracted, not like or love, because I think that's bad, but, like, attracted to me, right? I feel like that could work, right? Like, I feel there's just ways to try to do this, but it is the whole, like, love thing where it's just possess, no good, okay? No. But then attraction maybe would be a demon thing too, you see? Maybe it just has to be casual, or, like, you could wish you were I don't know. The problems with the wish. The $1,000,000,000, I guess, is a fun wish, or if you wish you had, like, the powers of Spider-Man, like, shit like that. This is the power the issues with one wish. I do wonder, like, what the situation Bear was thinking about because, like, were they ever how were they gonna go back to the music store, right? They all worked for Sarah's dad. No one knows that Sarah's dead. No one knows the bear's dead. Ian's like, so many people are fucking dead. Also, Ian fucking Nikki the entire time. Boy. You ever like when you like a girl and you kinda know like, they're like, "Oh, this is just my best friend," right? Similar to people we meet on vacation, right? Where, like, we know Alex and Poppy never fucked until, um, the brother's wedding, but you know, people assume they would've fucked, you know? That's the thing is that the guy friend, girlfriend, like, that are best friends, they always fuck eventually. It's true. It's true, man. I loved it, okay? I love this sub session. I think go see it.